Okay, so I'm sure everyone loves big, thick canvas. You know, the kind that the art stores charge probably $100 for something this big. Don't pay it. I'm going to show you how I actually make my own canvas for my paintings. I mean, I would never buy another one ever again from a store. In fact, I don't even buy the kind that they have that's pre-made for like the canvas. I don't even use their canvas. I make my own canvas. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. And I'm going to make it actually a big canvas with a thick frame on the side. So here are the tools only tools you'll need. First, you'll need a miter box. That's right. You can get one of these for 50 bucks. So if you're going to be making a lot of canvas, this might be a good investment. Or just borrow somebody's. And of course, painter's drop cloth. Yeah, you can buy this at any local hardware store, but you want to make sure it's canvas and it doesn't have a liner. And it's the same thing as canvas. That's what I've been using. So remember, painter's drop cloth. And some lumber. I'm going to use a 2x4. So I'm going to show you how to stretch a canvas and build the frame with this. So all we're going to have to do is just cut our angles and put it together, screw it in, and then you need a stapler gun, yeah, and some staples. And lastly, after you've built the frame, primer. You need to get some Kills or some type of primer, and you're going to paint the canvas. Lastly, you want to use a mesh sander. Typically this is used when they put up sheetrock, when they're putting the mud and matching the sheetrock together, and they use this to kind of smooth the mud out. Well, I use it for the same thing because it doesn't have a grit, and I use that to sand the canvas after the fibers rise, after the primer has actually dried, and then it makes a smooth, perfect, paintable surface. So come with me, I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, this is really the hardest part because you want to make sure that your canvas is even. And see, I've already cut a 45-degree angle, but that's what we want, 45-degree angles, and you match it together. So it's simple, but usually your miter box comes with locking arms, and you can adjust it to an exact 45-degree angle. So I'm going to do all four angles, and you want to make sure that on one end has going this way and another one going that way, and then you can match it all together. And you can use screws to screw it in, or nails if you have a nail gun, but I use screws. Okay, look, see, I built a frame. Perfect angles, everything matches, everything's flush, and this is really the hard part. So now I'm going to stretch the canvas over. Okay, so basically just line your frame on top of the canvas and make sure that you have a nut that you can put around the lip of the frame. So when you cut, keep that in mind. So I've already started. I basically use this in, and this really has a lot of fabric. I mean, you can make a lot of canvas out of this. So try to be sparingly, not to waste any, because you might want to use some more for later. So I'm just cutting this out. I know I'm freaking out a lot of art teachers right now, aren't I? Yeah. Okay, so you see, we already have the right size, and this will flip over. So I always like to start on one end, okay? And we're going to staple one end right here. Now just make sure you have some heavy duty staples because we want this the whole time. So you basically just pull this end up, start stapling, make sure there's no bubbles in it. And when you're stapling it, make sure you make the staple go this way, so when the canvas tugs, it won't rip out. And remember, just try to pull it as much, and then you start on this end, and you just pull it tight as possible. If you did have one of those canvas straighters, that might be handy right now, but I tend to not worry about it. So we'll pull that in right here. See, it's working. Now we're going to do this end. Pull it as tight as you can and lift it up in the center like this. To the end. See how the ripples are, the wrinkles are out. And this cost me $9 for that canvas, and the wood $2. And I can make probably 5 out of this canvas, and the wood probably 2. So all in all, you spend about $20. You can make about 3 of these, and they charge you well over $100 for something like this. Okay, now you want to cut your excess off close to the edge. I like to at least cover enough of it so you don't see the wood. See, I'm telling my dirty secrets. Don't still buy from me just because I'm cheap. So I like to fold the corner like so. You looking? Right here. Fold your corner to where it looks clean and mesh, and make sure when you fold it you do it the same way on the other end. So it's all, and you staple that corner in real good. Look, I just built a canvas probably for, I want to say, less than $15. And I still have plenty left over that I can build more if I wanted to. So this is ready to prime, so I'm going to show you how to do that. And you're just going to take your primer and paint right on top of it, just like you would anything else. What this does is seals the holes in the canvas, giving it a better painting surface. If you're going to be painting an oil painting, you would be better if you were to use the oil-based kilns. But I typically paint a lot of acrylic and latex, so I'm using the latex low odor. But it works the same way. Plus this stuff dries real quick. You just paint this just so, and I paint all over, even the sides. Okay, so now that our canvas is primed and is dry, I'm just going to take our mesh sander and just lightly sand it to remove any of the loose fibers that have risen from the canvas. And voila, we have a homemade canvas for art. I mean, why would you go buy another one anyway? This is the best. See, being cheap is fun.